Another one of my favorite sayings is you don't close sales by being right, you close sales by making the prospect right. All right, and what that means is we want to educate the prospect in an intelligent way that then lets them come to the conclusion, maybe I should upgrade to a metal roof. If you come right out of the gate, hey, you should probably upgrade to a metal roof. Dude, you're trying to hard sell me like, I don't want a metal roof. Show them some videos, show them some reasons why it might be intriguing, and they come to the table like, hey, maybe I should consider. Yeah, you're a smart person for considering that. All right, because people don't want to be pushed, but they love to be guided, especially in roofing. You replace how many roofs in your lifetime? 1, 2, 3, maybe most. You don't understand how to buy a roof other than what people show you how to buy a roof. When you go buy a car, you have a lot more preconceived notions. I'm going to go in here. I'm going to do this. I'm going to negotiate here. I'm going to test drive because people have bought cars. Your parent took you to buy your first car. And it's a very clear process. But if you've never replaced a roof, how do you replace a roof? What is the insurance process? They have no clue. So if you can be the guide, you will be the person they buy from. All right. So let's talk about how we can be the guide. And do we want the guide to come from the sales rep or the company? In my view, it's both. If you are the guide on the ground that is providing the guidance as well as the company has this core guidance that's part of the whole package, that delivers twice the amount of certainty. Twice the amount of certainty than just you by yourself. Because at the end of the day, sales is a transfer of certainty. One of my other favorite sayings, anything you say is an opinion, anything the homeowner says is a fact. All right, that's very, very powerful. And the way we help them come to those facts is by providing the information that they can educate themselves on their own. And then they go, man, I watched all your videos. And the other crazy thing about the YouTube videos is you will be shocked at how famous people think you are because they've seen the YouTube videos. Like when I first started doing it, it was like I did the first one 3 weeks prior. We sent it to the homeowner. I got on a call with them. We were still a really small company. I think we had like 8 people at the time. And I called him. He's like, oh my gosh, you're the guy from the YouTube video. And I'm like, yeah, I am. He's like, oh man, I'm so glad I get to talk to you. And I think it had like 18 views or something. He didn't even he was just like, you're on YouTube, you must be famous. I was like, yeah, I guess I am. Okay, cool. But that creates altitude, right? And people love to buy from altitude. It's the reason that you have celebrity endorsements. People want to buy from the higher level. And so if they see you have a refined YouTube channel, then they see that your company has a refined YouTube channel, and we have a smooth and guided process, you're way up here. And the next person that comes and knocks on the door and is like, hey, let me just tell you all about everything. That changes the dynamic, and it puts you in a class of 1 of 1. All right. So how do we guide these homeowners to the right conclusions? With a guided process where content, automation, and technology combine. And the technology and the automation is huge because I know how it is to be out in the field. I know how, now that I'm in the office more, it's like, hey, update the CRM. When I was in the field, it's like, dude, it's 120 degrees and my phone's overheating as I'm on the roof. Like, what are we doing? But if we can have technology and automation be an asset to you and be something that boosts your quality of appointment up, that helps you sell more and keeps you guys focusing on what you can do, which is being in the field, meeting with the homeowners, documenting the damage, while the nurturing of the lead can happen from a centralized location. All right? Successful marketing feels 1-to-1. The more 1-to-1 the message is, the more the homeowner is going to resonate with that. All right? So let's look at some examples. All right, so these are a couple examples I'm going to show you guys just real quick. We're not going to go through the whole thing, but this is a playlist that we just built for Wildwood MRP customers. All right, so if they opted into AccuServe, this is what they would get. I'll show you some other videos based on where they're at in the sales cycle, but this would be an example. You guys can see I even put a hat on, so I looked like I was from Missouri too. And I didn't think the man bun was going to work in Missouri. So
that's ridiculous. Following a dev store, you might be thinking, what should I do next? What are the next steps? How long is this going to take to fix? Or maybe, how am I going to deal with this with all the other craziness I have going on in my life? Well, that's where the managed repair program comes in. My name is Kody Landals, VP here at Wildwood, and I want to go over, because we handle all exterior trades, you only have to deal with one contractor for roofing, siding, windows, and gutters, making your life easier, as well as the insurance company only getting one estimate, meaning that once that approval happens, we can start the repairs as soon as possible.
So that is an example, and then like as you can see, there's a whole playlist here.
Most homeowners' mind is, what will insurance cover? Is it everything? Or are there some things that insurance won't cover? Let's get into it. So,
see, and you can see like there's now what happens next.
It's our opportunity.
So we don't need to watch all the videos, but you can basically see how this would give a curated experience to somebody in the MRP program. We're going to build the value of what the MRP program is. I know a lot of you guys don't work that. I just want to show you this is one kind of module of what they would get. Now let me show you a module if they're not going to be in the MRP program. Let's see. Oh, right here. All right. So this is one we filmed for Florida. You can see the title is 6 Reasons Why People Are Choosing to Upgrade to a Metal Roof. All right. So this scenario, hurricane hits Florida. They say, hey, I seen some metal roofs around. Like what would be, I don't know, maybe I should consider it. We send this over. And this is right after the intake call happens. Meaning we take the intake call, we have in there, hey, have you ever considered upgrading the roof? Well, I don't know. Why would I? Oh, okay, well, let me send you some information so you can see why other homeowners are choosing to upgrade to a metal roof and why it might work for you. All right.
Following the devastating storms of Hurricane Helene and Hurricane Milton, homeowners all across Florida are deciding to upgrade their shingle roofs to a metal roof, and there's 6 main reasons why. My name is Kody Landals, CEO of Reimagine Roofing, and in this video, I'm going to tell you the 6 reasons why homeowners all across Florida are making the conscious decision to upgrade their homes and protect their largest investment. Let's get into it. First and most obvious reason is to hurricane-proof your home. The properly installed standings up to 100.
You can see we go through all the different reasons.
Next,
and so depending on what their motivation is, one of these are going to speak to them. And so then when we come back to the call and we say, hey, did you watch the video? And they're like, oh yeah, I didn't know that, it did X. Oh yeah, that's actually the reason that so many people are choosing to do that. They're going to tell you what resonated with them, and then that is going to allow you to then present to that resonation, all right? So let's look at another one that we have on here as well. Oh. All right, so this is another one we just filmed. This would be one that would go out, as soon as we do an intake call. This is what to expect from a storm inspection. Now, regardless if you would say something different in this, the key to the message is that this is what I would say when I talk to the homeowner. So they would watch this, and then I would talk to them and say, hey, this is what to expect. One of the best ways to build up trust is redundancy. If I tell you something, and then I tell you something tomorrow, and then I tell you something next week, and I tell you something next month, you're like, well, he's told me the same thing 4 times, it's probably the truth. All right, so the key with this is we can get our messaging right, and then we can take that messaging across to the entire company. And so what we do for our sales training is I have my team watch the video, and then that way when they get on the call, they have the exact same talk track of the video that the homeowner just watched, and like, oh wow, I saw the CEO say that, and now you say it, whoa, I guess that's probably true. And that is how we build certainty. So we'll watch this. I think it's only 2 minutes. We can watch this one probably all the way through, yeah.
You may be wondering, what does a storm damage inspection even entail? You might also be thinking, I looked at my roof this morning and it looks absolutely fine. Let's talk a little bit about what we're going to find up there, what we're looking for, and also why the view from the ground a lot of times doesn't tell the whole story. My name's Kody, and here at Wildwood Roofing and Construction, we're insurance specialists. And what I want to cover today is what it means to do a storm damage inspection and what you can expect as a homeowner. So we're going to pop up there, we're going to take photos, we're going to document the storm damage. In most cases, this is either wind or hail, depending on what happened. Now, these 2 types of damage are documented differently. If you look at the screen right now, you'll see what looks like a classic hail hit. What happens is the hail impacts the shingle, it splits the fiberglass mat, and then that allows water to intrude. Now, oftentimes these hail hits, you cannot see them from the ground. Sometimes you can't even see them until you're right up on them. And that's why here at Wildwood Roofing and Construction, we use advanced technology to ensure that we capture all of the damage and leave nothing to doubt. Through a combination of our Bluetooth-enabled microscopes, as well as our cloud-based photo report software, so you can see a live link and also be able to send that to the insurance company, we have everything covered. The end result of this inspection will be a detailed photo report so you know exactly what is occurring on your roof, as well as what you need to do moving forward with your insurance provider. Now, if you want to know the next steps from here, check out our other video, the 7 steps of the insurance process, and we'll be happy to walk you through steps number 2 through 7.
All right. And now imagine they see that and then they go watch steps 2 through 7, and then you show up tomorrow. Probably pretty big certainty if you then also say the same 7 steps that we say in these videos, right? Same thing we do on the retail side as well. This is how we build value. This is how we build certainty, and this is how we separate ourselves. This is what good marketing makes sales easy. And this is what we're talking about here. This is what the future of roofing looks like, because we can get out ahead of it with whatever our message is prior to anybody else getting out there. Meaning that if a storm happens today, they call in today or tomorrow, they watch that video, and we say something like, hey, tired of door knockers on your door? Here's how to keep them away. And you show up the next day, you get a signed contract, and now somebody knocks on the door 3 days later, guess what? I'm tired of door knockers because I watched a video. Now, let's say you are the door knocker, well, then we won't send that video, right? Because, but then we send them a different one. And that's what I mean by marketing is one of one. It means whatever the message you would like to, if you could sit in front of the customer and have 5 minutes with them, you tell me what you'd like to say, let's throw it in a video and let's say that to them every single time. So then when you show up, you say the same thing.